Pizza Palace, guaranteed to have in 30 minutes or it's free. This is Mary. May I take your order?
Hi, Mary. Yes, I'd like to order.
Is this Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Thank you for calling again, sir. I show your national identification number is 610-204-999-8-45-54610. Is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Kelly. I see you live at 736 Montrose Court, but you're calling from your cell phone. Are you at home?
I'm just leaving work, but I'm...
Oh, we can deliver to Bob's Auto Supply. That's at 175 Lincoln Avenue, yes?
No, I'm on my way home. How do you know all this stuff?
We just got wired into the system, sir.
Oh, well, I'd like to order a couple of your double meat special pizzas.
Sure thing. There'll be a new $20 charge for this, sir.
What do you mean?
Sir, the system shows me that your medical records indicate that you have high blood pressure and extremely high cholesterol. Luckily, we have a new agreement with your national health care provider that allows us to sell you double meat pies as long as you agree to waive all future claims of liability.
What?
Do you agree, sir? You can sign the form when we deliver, but there is a charge for processing. The total is $67 even.
$67?
Well, that includes the delivery surcharge of $15 to cover the added risk to our driver of traveling through an orange zone.
I live in an orange zone?
Now you do. Looks like there was another robbery on Montrose yesterday. You could save $48 if you ordered our special Sprout Submarine combo and picked it up yourself. Comes with tofu sticks. Those are very tasty, sir. Good value, too.
But I want double meat.
Well, I'm sure you can afford the $67 then. You just bought those tickets to Hawaii. They weren't cheap, eh? Oh, but I see you checked out the budget beach bum at the library last week. Up to you, sir.
All right. I'll get the Sprout subs.
Good choice, sir. Gotta watch that waist if you're hitting the beach, eh? 42 inches. Wow. Man, I'd say tofu and Sprouts is like required.
That's how much?
Just between you and me, there's a $3 off coupon in this month's Total Men's Fitness magazine. Your wife Betty subscribes to that, right? Anyhow, clip that and it's $19.99 even. Whoa, looks like you maxed out on all your credit cards. Bring cash, okay?
So, we think that nobody would fall for this. Nobody wants, everybody's heard of the mark of the beast. You don't have to be a Bible scholar or you study eschatology. Everybody knows about the mark of the beast, the in your right hand that you can't buy or sell with, 666. If you've seen an Omen movie, if you've seen almost any scary movie, you've heard of it. But nope, apparently not. Look at these people.
But some citizens are embracing the age of Big Brother. In Rotterdam, Holland, nightclub owner John Van Gallen has introduced a system of microchipping for his VIP patrons. It's almost like barcoding people.
Yeah, it is. Because every chip got a number. And the number corresponds to the name and the picture. That's the way it is, yeah. It is.
The microchip has to be surgically inserted under the skin, which means you have to have it cut out if you want it removed. Did it hurt getting the chip in? Okay, can I have a look? It feels like a little grain of rice.
Some rice,
Irving has had the chip for the past 4 years. Every time he buys a drink, he's scanned. And, like a human ATM, money comes off his account. You don't feel like you're giving up a little bit of your privacy, do you?
No. No. It's just nice to have. You can say I have a chip in my arm. I'm the first one in the whole world. I have a chip. And yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Sell your soul to buy beer, to buy drinks at a bar so you don't have to carry a wallet. That's fantastic. Well, here, these guys, they're going to take the chip to buy candy bars.
At 3 Square Market in River Falls, a team of programmers designed software for break room markets, like this one. Believe it or not, this is the reason they're about to do this to more than 50 of their employees.
It's the next thing that's inevitably going to happen, and we want to be a part of it.
The concept is pretty simple. Just like how you can buy something nowadays using your phone, what if you could use a microchip inside your hand instead? Todd, you're going to show us how this could potentially work.
Yes, basically what this is considered is a break room market in an office complex. We'll come up, scan the item, we'll hit pay with credit card, and it's asking to swipe my proximity payment now. I'll hold my hand up, just like the cell phone, and it will pay for my product.
So, and then this is even worse, targeting the children.
Imagine pinpointing your student's location while at school.
It'll be a reality at 2 Northside schools next year. The district has approved a tracking device for students. Joe Conger joins us live from NISD headquarters with the story. Joe?
Not forget about how they would never ever lie to us, or certainly never use technology to do anything bad. That would never happen. Remember when they numbered us with the Social Security cards and they said, oh no, the Social Security Act, there was an uprising amongst Christians and Hebrews, and they said, well, this is what Hitler did. He numbered the Jews. We don't want to be numbered. We want privacy. We want freedom. And they said, oh, no, don't be silly. Oh, you silly conspiracy theorists. Social Security numbers are only for bank accounts. They're just for your retirement accounts. Here, we'll put it right on the card. For Social Security and tax purposes, not for identification. No, never. They reassured the Christian community, the people who can see ahead, the futurists, the people who have the Holy Spirit and can see what's coming. They reassured, no, we'll write it right on the card, not for identification. But of course, we know now, no, I can't buy a car. I can't open a bank account. I can't even get a cell phone. I can't do anything without my number. We are numbered. We all are assigned a number at birth. We are numbered, and it's just a fact of life. And people have forgotten that there was ever an uproar about it. Instead of, saying, oh my gosh, they lied to us. They did number us. No, they just changed the card. They took it off. They just took it off that it's not used for identification. They're like, oh yeah, forget we ever said that. And no conspiracy is complete without bringing Walmart into the picture. I'm sure you guys have noticed now, if you use your bank cards at Walmart, their machines force you to use the chip. If you have a chip on your card, even though you still have the magnetic strip on the back and you can swipe it, it still works at every other place you go. You can swipe it, but Walmart forces you to use the chip, their machines. If you swipe your card, they'll say, no, you have to use your chip. So, and you have to turn it around and put it in the chip reader. So they are getting us ready, again, with the predictive programming, forcing us that we have to come along, people, come along, come along. We're done with the strips and the cards. We are now into chip readers. And don't forget that when they passed Obamacare and forced all of us into this insurance medical program where the IRS linked with our health records, used to, our health was a very private thing. Medical records were very private. Well, now they've linked, the IRS is in charge of the Obama health care. I mean, that's insanity. So then you remember what happened. Walmart put in all of the kiosks so that you can sign up for Obamacare right there at Walmart, and you can check your blood pressure and you can do everything else. The one thing they kind of forgot to mention, see, these machines, they didn't make them in a day. They've been making this and setting this program up and this network up around us for a long time. So you'll notice that the machines in the kiosks for Obamacare and all of that, they had chip readers installed in all of them. Although most people didn't see them because they weren't using them yet, they have it already.
In 2012 and 2013, Walmart brought Solo Health stations into their store and announced that they were a part of an Obamacare initiative. What very few people took note of was the machine's ability to scan RFID chip technology. Specifically, it had an apparatus underneath the machine that was used to scan RFID chips and to collect huge quantity of data on individuals. An RFID chip was one method of activating the machine's memory, which allowed it to store data on literally thousands upon thousands of people who used it. The Solo Health machine has been under quiet production for many years, with Walmart as a pilot company testing out these machines. Much of what Walmart has done with Solo Health stations has gone under the radar. And in case
So anyway, as always, I'll put the links down here so you can watch all of this if you want to. The See Irvana, she's got a great channel. Check her out. But the most important thing here that people are forgetting is that this mark of the beast, that this was recorded thousands and thousands of years ago. Think about that, people. Just think about it. These archaeological finds, these scrolls, things that were written on leaves and papyrus, and these ancient scrolls from thousands and thousands of years ago that archaeologists have recovered. This is what they say about about the end times. And this, people say, oh well, Hitler and this, that, and everybody thought the Antichrist this and that. Well, this was one prophecy that has never been fulfilled till now. It says, and the second beast required that all people, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, so that no one could buy or sell unless he had the mark, the name of the beast, or the number of its name. Now, I was talking to a guy at Walmart just the other day who was checking me out, and I was talking about the mark of the beast when we were using the RFID chip reader. And he said, oh, that's all symbolic. And, he was a religious man, but he's like, oh, that's all spiritual and symbolic. That's not. And I said, I would believe that if it was talking about something spiritual, but it says it right here, Revelation 13:17, so that no one could buy or sell unless he had the mark in his hand. Look, I mean, that's not spiritual. It's talking about a form of currency. It's talking about something that will be actually in your hand that you will use to buy or sell. It goes on to say, here's a call for wisdom. Let the one who has insight calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and that number is 666. So just think about it. What are the odds? They set up this system decades and decades and decades ago. They've been working on it all of this time, long before we got to the point of having the actual mark in our hand, the chip in our hand to buy and sell. They were numbering every item that we buy and sell with barcodes. Go to your cabinet and check and see if this isn't true. So every barcode, what are the odds that a manuscript that was archaeologists recovered, that was written thousands and thousands of years ago, said that this, you'll need this chip in your hand, this mark in your hand to buy and sell. And you who have understanding and insight, the number is 666. And so we see that every barcode on every product has this skeleton right here. It has the two parallel lines on the left side, two parallel lines in the middle, and two on the right side. And that is the code for 6. That two parallel lines, that's the number 6 in barcode. So regardless of what the product is inside, these all determine the product and other things, but the skeleton of every single barcode is 666. So then they've spent all this time setting up and numbering every product we buy and sell in the industrial world, and it's here. It's here. This isn't something of the future. This isn't something, when people read the Bible and they read about this, say in the 1800s, they did their best to understand it. But that's why people are always like, oh, well, don't read the book of Revelation, though, because it's crazy. You won't understand it. Yeah, in the 1800s, they didn't understand it. But now we can understand it. Now we understand what the mark in your hand that this beast system will make everybody have, so that they can buy and sell in this system. And without it, you will not be allowed to buy and sell. When the currency falls in this new Bitcoin or this new digital currency, if you don't have that, you're not going to barter. You're not going to walk in with a pencil or a piece of paper like we have now, a dollar bill. No, it's going to have to be in the system. But this is the dangerous part. This is the dangerous part. When Babylon falls, it says that those people who forsook God and denied Christ and denied the Bible and decided to go the way of Babylon and join the beast system, that they also will be partakers of the wrath of God. This is what it says. Then a second angel followed, saying, Fallen, fallen is Babylon the Great, who has made all the people drink of the wine of the passion of her immorality. And what did we just see in that drunken bar scene? Half naked drunks. And oh, isn't this wonderful that we're part of this beast system? Isn't this easy? And it goes on, that made them partake of the passion of her immorality. And the third angel followed them, calling in a loud voice, If anyone worships the beast and its image and receives its mark on his forehead or in his hand, he too will drink the wine of God's anger, poured out undiluted into the cup of his wrath, and he will be tormented in fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and the Lamb. So the end of this is not just about whether you like technology or not. It said that goes on. There's other verses. It's for another video. It says that these the people who take the chip, that the mark of the beast, they break out in sores. There's some sort of malfunction or some sort of energy burst that causes a disruption, and they break out in sores that last for months and months, and they want to die. And there's videos. I'll put the link in. I don't have time to add it to this video. It's getting kind of long. But the guy talks about the lithium, how he fought to take the lithium out of the chips because it will cause these sores. If, everybody knows lithium batteries can overheat and they're very dangerous. But anyway, he said that if there was a disruption in the body, it would cause all of these grievous sores and stuff. So anyway, that's for another time. What I want you to pay attention to is the technology that goes along with this, because it says that if you take this mark of the beast, you are damned. You will be damned to hell with the unsaved. And there is science behind that, about how this radio frequency technology can change brainwaves. It can actually change DNA. Just like the CRISPR technology, we use chemicals to splice DNA to cut out and add segments. There's a way to do that with frequencies as well. And I've done several videos on it. I'll put 2 of them right down in the description box so you can see that this technology is about more than buying and selling. Once you get it in your body, it can affect your brain waves and it can affect your DNA even. So these are things you need to be aware of. So I love you guys. Wake up. God bless you.